get a look. Okay, let's get a look on what's gonna happen this week or later on. So this is the monthly time frame, and a lot of things that I'm seeing now monthly is the fact that we might be going bullish now. Okay, so let's take our feed from the low to the high. Okay, and we can see that the Fibonacci hit our 71%, which is also an OTE level, an optimal trading entry level. So we could see this is where the month is starting to reject, and we can tell what happened on the previous month. Okay, this was the low, this was the high. We played 50% of the range of the or the last bearish month, and then here we went bearish, and then we still closed bullish. Okay, we went bearish, then we go up, and then we came down, but we still closed bullish. So the opening came in retest below the 50%. I was aiming for the low of it, which didn't happen, which was still fine though. But if we are gonna be pushing up now, I know that the target is either gonna be the high or the opening of this last bearish month, or just the 50% of the month before, which is gonna be above it. So those are the targets I'm gonna be going for if we are gonna be looking for more trades going to the upside. Okay, and then the other area that I'm gonna be on a watch out for is this zone here. Okay, I'm not gonna ignore this zone. This zone is gonna come to play when we are heading to the upside. Okay, I'm expecting to see some market reaction around that area there. Let's see if the lines, okay, the line is perfect. So here is exactly what happened, and then we can see 61% is up here, and then this area here. Okay, let's remove the fib, and then let's drop down to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we can tell, okay, we can now tell that we are gonna be going bullish. We are gonna be going bullish again. So this was the previous week, which closed bearish. We opened up with a gap above, and then we traded going to the downside, and then we came and retest the opening of this bullish week here. We retested there, and then we pushed back up. Okay, so this week we had the same thing. We had a gap above, we traded, and then we couldn't close below this area. If only we close below here daily, we're gonna have enough momentum to push down to the previous month's low. We can see that the market has been ranging, because ever since we had this week here, it has created a range for the market. The market has been playing inside that range. We haven't seen any push above it or any push below it. The market has just been ranging inside it. Okay, so now if we are gonna shift and start looking for a bullish momentum, these are the areas. Okay, area 1, where we are, we can see how the market rejected here. So we have a lot of liquidity pool here. You can see when the market tapped here, tend to reject and then go to the upside. So I'm also going to be watching this area here, where the market is approaching now. So I'm going to go ahead and add another zone there. Let's see if the line is straight. Okay, it's perfect. So I'm going to be watching this area here for bullish momentum. Okay, so if we are to go bullish, this is the area that I'm gonna be on a watch out for. I'm gonna be watching this area close. Okay, I'm not gonna ignore that zone. I'm gonna be watching it close. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop the wick, because I'm gonna try to find the trend. I'm gonna be looking for a trend from up there to down. this is what I came out with. So I'm gonna be looking inside this area now and see what will come next. Okay, so we can see here we went bullish and then we went bearish, and then bullish and then bearish, then bullish. Okay, so that's why I'm saying this area here is the area that I'm gonna be on the lookout for if I'm gonna be taking buys. Okay, so let's go daily, and then this will help you also understand why I'm going with this kind of a trade. So let's adjust here. So this is our trend here. As you can see, this is our trend, and then our trend is showing that it's broken there, and then this is the zone that we are gonna be watching. Okay, the moment we close, if today we are able to trade and close above this area here, okay, if we can just trade and close maybe above 4,110, now we can see where the previous month's high is. It's gonna be right around here, okay, just above this area here, which we can see that it's a bit above this liquidity. So we are gonna be looking for that, and then we can see where the daily 200 moving average is. It's around 4,500. Okay, we are gonna be watching that close also. So as you can see, we have already broken out or above this area here. Okay, so let's bring back the wicks. So now what we are watching, we want to see the market closing above. If we can close above this area instead of just retesting, but if we can only retest, then there's still a chance of the market dropping to take out the previous month's low, because you can see we did tap on this area here, we did tap on it, and this is just showing you that this is a strong zone for what it counts, because if we are to look at where the zone started, if we are to look at that, come on. So if we are to look at that, you can see that from this area here, going all the way here, we broke and then we traded above again. We broke, we retested on it, we came down, we broke and traded above it a little bit, and then we broke, retest. So it has been playing its part. It has been playing its part for quite some time. Okay, it was playing its part for quite some time. So for us to continue up, we want to see this market breaking above. Okay, so from this zone we are gonna target this zone above here, and then that's it. This is the zone that we are gonna target above here, and if we can break above this zone here, because you can see the previous month's high is here, but for us to continue trading, we are not gonna be looking at the previous month's high, because we know that we are gonna take that out. So when we take that out, what are we gonna be targeting? This area around here. Okay, we are gonna be targeting this area around here, which is gonna be close to, this is close to 4,400, which means that we're gonna be looking around 4,380, okay, or 75, and then this is the last target here, close to 5,000, 4,495, which is gonna be the moving average. But if we do manage to leap above a little bit, then we are gonna be targeting that high there. Okay, so let's go down to the 4 hours. So this is what I meant about it, saying that it should not be it can be trading that simple. So this is the short that we took yesterday, which you can see 80% of the move did play out nice and perfect. 80% of the move played out nice and perfect. Let's go ahead and remove this. Okay, so that was a good move. That was a good move there, which we end up taking this low here. Okay, so after taking this low here and rejecting like that, that's where everything started going south. Okay, so now the gap is filled. We created the weekly high. We do have a weekly low already, and then we took out this low here. Okay, so the only thing which made us not to trade continuously to the downside, you can see we take out the low, but we didn't close below. We're supposed to close below to continue to take out the previous month's low. Okay, but we couldn't, so which can only mean that now the only thing that we are gonna be watching now, which is gonna give us a shift, if we are gonna look for a shift in this market direction, if we are gonna look for a shift and start going bullish, if we are meant to go bullish, okay, the shift will come after trading above and closing above this area. If we can't, then we are just gonna continue bearish. Okay, we are just gonna continue bearish. There's nothing we can force out of this. So as you can see, this is what we still have even above here, you see. So closing above this area, it does guarantee us a clear break. Okay, the 4-hour moving average is broken. We closed above it already, but for the market to continue up, we need to also break this zone here. If we can't trade above this zone, then we still we're still gonna be going down. We still have more ways to the downside than the upside. Okay, because this area here is one of the strongest area that I've seen so far. Remember, we gapped above here, we traded below here, we fetched this liquidity here, we pushed back up, we came and retest above here on this zone here. In this liquidity, we pushed down again. So we are seeing the same thing again. So we are playing back to that liquidity zone again. So to make it easy for you to understand, let's go to the line chart. This is the area here. Okay, this is the area that we have been watching so far. So we need to trade above it for us to have a shift. For us to get a shift in direction, we need to be trading above it. If we can't trade above this zone here, then we are still bearish. Okay, we are still going to be going bearish. We are still going to be looking for continuous moves to the downside instead of continuous moves to the upside. We are still going to go bearish. Okay, we have our resistance above here, and then we're gonna have our support below here. Okay, so these are the things that we are gonna be on the lookout for. Yes, if we can break and then we trade above this area, then this is a resistance here, support which turned into a resistance there. Okay, this was once a support, because you can see when we were going above here, we broke and then we retested and then we held above here. Then we break it, retested, and then we continue down. We came back for a retest, we continue down, which made it a strong resistance that we have above there. Okay, so same thing below here. We have this support here. We have this support right below there. Okay, so this support zone was once a resistant. This support zone was once a resistant. Okay, so this was a resistance which was turned into a support, because you can see from here we bounce off from here, market structure shift, we created a high, and then we broke, we came and retest, we go up, we retested it. So we do have a strong support there, we do have a strong resistance there, and it's in between the range of the previous month's high and the previous month's low. So looking at the 4 hours time frame, this is the range that we've been stuck in. Gold has been trading inside this range now. So for us to know that we are gonna continue trending or finishing this consolidation, we need to trade either outside of this range. Okay, not just the 4 hours range, but the previous month's high in the previous month's low. Okay, although when you make your targets now, when you are trading, only if we are gonna trade above this area or close above this area today, that's when you are gonna start making your targets, targeting the previous month's high. But if we are gonna make breaks and then we trade below this area, we are gonna make our target on the previous month's low. That's how we are gonna be moving. But as we are now looking at this and how the market has been moving and the targets that we can go for during this whole time, we can also be sure about it that we are only gonna buy. We are only gonna go for buys if we break and then we close above. That's when we are gonna target this area here. Okay, and then another thing, we can only have sells if we break and then we close below. We can target this area down there. Okay, but so far as we are, we look a bit bullish, and I will be happy if we close above this support which turned into a resistance zone here, because that will mean a lot for us. Okay, that will definitely mean a lot for us in terms of us going up. Okay, in terms of us going up, that is gonna mean a lot for us. But if we can't, then I'm not gonna be surprised if we fail to continue up and then we continue down and target since like 3,850 going down. Okay, yes, the push up was nice, and the way we consolidated and reverse up, that was nice. But how we are trading now and how we are targeting the zones, it's funny. So you need to be careful when you approach those areas and the things that you are gonna be looking forward into regarding those zones there. Okay. Now, like I said, how we tapped on that zone there and how we are reversing. If we are gonna fail to close above and then we close back inside here, then we are gonna continue selling. I'm sorry to say this, but that's how it is. We are just gonna continue selling, and the only thing that I'm gonna be on a watch out for when I go for those sells is gonna be this area here. Okay, this was the high that we created yesterday. So that's the first high we created during the opening. Okay, during the opening of this month. So the fact that we've taken out that high and then we fail to hold above it and then we come and hold below, that should tell you something. Okay, that should tell you something. If you are a trader, you know what does that mean. It means that we are gonna be going down. Okay, let's adjust that to the level. So that's gonna be my opening high break, and then once you start trading below it, then I know that the direction shift. Okay, that's gonna be a shift on my direction. So that's the opening high, which was broken, open high break, and then I'm gonna be watching this area close now. So should we fail, you can see how the market played here. Okay, we came and then when we tested there first, we swept and then we come down. It wasn't easy to just break it. Okay, we retested the 1 hour moving average and then we continue. We had a nice break and then a retest on it and continue up. Okay, but if we can't break this area here, which you can see, we do have this order block here. Okay, and then we can see the breakout block there following that. So that's why I'm saying that failing to clear this area now here, it's gonna mean a lot for me, just to fail to clear that area now there, because this is gonna be the OB. Okay, this will mean that we do have a high chance of this market trading going back to the downside. Okay, it will just mean that for me, we do have a high chance of it trading going back to the downside. mostly I'm gonna be watching how it reacts around here, around this area, how this market is gonna react around this area. That's gonna be everything for me. Okay, that's gonna be everything for me. Looking all the way back down here, like I'm saying, it's gonna be everything to me. Just how the market is gonna react, that will give me more than just small detail or small information about how this market is gonna continue up or down. Because what I see now here, after tapping on that and then closing like this, leaving that much of a week above, it tells me that this market is done moving to the upside. And the moment that we're gonna take sales, and then if we manage to break back below this opening high, this is the monthly opening high which we break now here. So if we close below, the moment we close below that, it's done. It's done. It's done. The moment we close below that, is done. We are gonna continue bearish. So what we are gonna be on a lookout for now here, you can see we have this high here. We need to break below. We need to create a market structure shift. So another thing that I'm gonna watch is how this trend is up, how we're gonna approach this trend here, this internal trend here. It's also gonna mean a lot. So if we fail to break here and then reverse to the upside, and then we take out that order block, then I'm gonna know that we are gonna continue bullish. Because remember, this is a break of structure here. Okay, right around here, that's a break of structure there. Okay, we just broke this high here and then we are retesting it. But if we fail to retest on that and then instead we break and hold below and then we trade below, then I know that we are gonna continue down. Okay, I know that we are gonna continue down. And the moment you can see, like you can see how this area is here. Okay, you can see how this area is around here. So the moment we start trading below this open high break, it's gonna be done. This opening high break here holds everything that we need to know about this month here. So for us to hold above it and trade continuously, then we're gonna take the previous month's high. But if we can't, and then we find ourselves leaping below it and trading below it, then that's it, it's done. We are gonna look for sales. Okay, we are gonna look for sales. So we do have our support there. Pardon me. We do have our support here. So this support that we have here is what we are gonna be looking forward into. So if we can break and then retest, then we are gonna be going down, because that will give us a market structure shift. Okay, so that's what we are gonna be on a lookout for now. Okay, that's what we are gonna be on a lookout for. If this market pushes back up, find a way to give us a break and then a retest, then we know that that's how we are gonna start going bearish. Okay, that's how we are gonna start going bearish. And then this is gonna be our first target there. That's gonna be our first internal target there. And then once we break, we know that we are gonna target this next. Then after that, we are just gonna continue down. Okay, after that we are just gonna continue down, and then that's what we are gonna be watching. So this is my next view on gold. This is what I'm gonna be on a lookout for if we do fail to close above there. Okay, but if we do manage to find ourselves breaking and holding above there, then I know that I'm gonna trade looking for that high there. We are gonna target that high. But if that doesn't happen, if we fail to close above 4,110 tonight, bet you I'm gonna be looking for sales the following day. We go bearish. We don't force to go bullish. We start going bearish again. Okay, the moment we fail to do that, you must know that we have to continue bearish. We can't force to go bullish when the market is telling us that it's going bearish. So that's what we are gonna be focusing on the coming day or the following day. Nothing much. Okay, that's what we are gonna be focusing on. Looking at the DXY, let's see. even the fall on the DXY, it's not even that convincing. It's not that convincing. You see, it's not even that convincing, guys. It's not that convincing. Let's go to the daily time frame. You see, this is how we played out on the DXY. So we get below, we close above, and then today this is what happened. So this already tells you that we are gonna go bullish, because we do have a market structure shift here. Okay, now we came down. This is what I was expecting. I even explained this on the last video, that we are gonna dip, and then I'm gonna expect a retest between this area here. So if I put a line right on this point that I drew here, you will see where this line is gonna hit. Okay, you will see this line is just gonna come exactly there. So I was expecting a hit on that area there. Okay, I was expecting a hit on that area there. I was expecting the DXY to come and hit this area here before it start going up. So now I'm gonna look for a continuous move to the upside from the DXY, and then that's how we are gonna see a rise. Let's look at the yields. The yields did manage to go down a bit today, because that's a lot of push down. Okay, that's a lot of push down, and if we see a break which is gonna hold here, then yeah, that's what can also give us the scenario of the yields going to the downside. Okay, yes, I was expecting a retest down here, but how they ended up trading going to the downside, that can give us a lot of shake. It can give us a lot of shake on gold, because if the yields are dropping like this, then they are gonna ease up a pressure on gold, which means if gold doesn't have pressure on it, then it has more momentum to go up. Okay, so the buy that we see on gold is coming from this drop on the yields here. Okay, so this is another indicator that you need to watch out when you're trading gold. How the yields are moving, it does affect how gold is gonna move next. Okay, so the buys that we got here, if we go and look at the buys on gold, you will understand where it's coming from. Okay, you will understand where it's coming from. So it has a lot to do with how the yields played out. So now this is what we are gonna be looking on next, or going to the next day. So I hope this was helpful.